What's going on, you guys? Jay here, and welcome back to the channel. So we've got another Terra Luna Classic burn update to go through with everybody here. And realistically, this is just pointing to what I've been going through previously here with you all. And that's the idea that we're going to see a substantial amount of coins move during this halving cycle. We're going to see a substantial amount of coins burn. This is going to become the narrative that really pushes this blockchain into the stratosphere, because inherently it's going to happen regardless of us doing anything or not. So someone has really bet big in the background, and we're going to be going through absolutely everything. We'll dive into all of the metrics, the ins and the outs. All I ask from you all here is that you smash the like button, subscribe, drop a comment on the way out, hit the notifications bell to stay informed. So first of all, we are talking about burns, so we want to go over to that total LUNC supply. And what we can see here at the beginning of a week is 72 million coins being destroyed. Off the bat, this is a great start to the week, and we would initially think to ourselves, well, who has just burned 72 million LUNC to get our week off to such a great start? We would then flick over to the burn address, and what we can see is nothing matching that level of burning right now. In fact, the burns coming from users themselves directly have been relatively low in the past 24 hours. So what we then need to do is begin to dig deeper, and we need to go in and start to look at different metrics and understand where this has come from. Seeing this substantial jump in fees tells us one thing: that burn was generated by a transaction. It was not generated by a holder or a user or an entity sending it directly to the burn wallet. So let's dig a little bit deeper. Let's take a look what's going on over here on the stats. And what we can see is the LUNC supply has taken a 85 million LUNC hit in the past 24 hours. And just down here at the bottom, we can see that the fee collector has handled around 83 million. With this information, I'm able to isolate the root cause of this burn, and we can look even further and take a deeper look when it comes to the handling of those fees. We know 80% goes to burn, and we know 10% goes to rewards, and the other 10% goes to the community pool. And we can see a small influx here on the chart. So now what we need to do is actually go ahead and start exploring the blockchain. And this is a very tedious process if you don't have access to the right tools. Fortunately for us, we've spent a lot of our time in the LUNC chain as a validator, actually developing all of these different tools over on Lunc Dash. And that's how I'm able to track exact times of when these supply changes come in. We have created a Telegram group, which actually gives you that information through lovely bots that we've created. I'll leave links to that in the description for you. Okay, so now we've isolated the specific block in relation to this transaction. We can see that around an hour ago, being specifically 10 a.m. for me here in the UK, that there was a transaction made which led to 81 million in tax fees being generated. So when we dive deeper and we take a look at the actual transaction, we can see it's come from the Binance hot wallet. And once again, this is someone who is betting big on Luna Classic. They have sent 16.2 billion LUNC to a brand new on-chain wallet. There's a high chance that a lot of these coins could go into stake, which could be beneficial in some ways. We also could see a scenario where these coins are being primed for burning over certain periods of time, and this could be some kind of preparation phase that Binance is going through. And I've spoken about these skirmishes that they've been doing for some time, and they are seriously generating a lot of Luna Classic when it comes to fees being accumulated over on Binance. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this wallet. We can see that this wallet only has 3 transactions. The first one sending 602k LUNC, and then sending 596k LUNC out, and then seeing that 16.27 billion LUNC go in at 10 a.m. And that's what's led to such a substantial burn. And there's people who will probably now better understand why I keep preaching the idea of having a 1.2% burn tax during this halving cycle. There are going to be so many coins that move They're going to move them regardless of that burn tax being 0.2% or 1.2%. And this really bolsters what I've spoken about in regards of burning affecting a lot more than you think when it comes to on-chain and off-chain. We're a layer 1 blockchain, and the majority of the CEXs, the DEXs, and holders utilize our wallet infrastructure. So that means that everybody is subject to that burn tax unless they are handling through memos on their own exchange or whitelisted like Binance are. So what does this tell us? Well, this tells us that anyone that moves any coins from an exchange to a new wallet is going to be paying a penance. And in my opinion, the penance was too small when it comes to moving 16.27 billion and only seeing 81 million in fees being charged. We could see a lot more than that if the burn tax was at 1.2%, and this person or this entity or CX or Binance or CZ would have made this regardless. So I hope this really starts to open people's eyes up. So let's dive a little bit deeper, because this is really exciting when it comes to what we've been speaking about. And if I wanted to send a signal to us here in the LUNC community, as I have done previously, I would start to move a big amount of coins. I would create a large transaction that would create a large burn, which would alert everybody to the presence of this new wallet. And because we've been speaking about everything recently and what we've gone through here in the past, and being the primary finding source of the initial burning, it really does start to make me think, are they sending new signals to us? What we're looking at here is the money flow overview for this wallet, and this gives us a very basic, visually receptive format for us to see what exactly is going on. We can see here that the transactions have come from the Binance hot wallet, around 16.27 billion in total that has ended up here, and we've also seen some around 596 LUNC being sent back to the Binance deposit wallet. So we can see that there is a circle being generated here, and if I double tap this wallet and just blip this one out, it should create a connection between the Binance hot wallet and the deposit wallet that we've just been showing you. This then provides us with a broader perspective as to what is actually going on when it comes to Binance's handling of LUNC, and what is actually going on outside of this current wallet that's being put forward is some rather peculiar transactions. So BTC Turk did suffer a hack recently, and throughout their lifetime, they had been funded through Binance at around 735 billion LUNC. After the hack, we only actually saw 259 billion LUNC make its way back to the deposit wallet to then be sent back to the Binance hot wallet. So we know that Binance does handle a lot of their own coins. We know that Binance has previously funded CEXs like BTC Turk. This then leads us to the conclusion that yes, Binance does have a lot of coins, and this, if in fact, could be a Binance mystery wallet. So let's touch base on everything that we've just gone through here, and let's summarize this video down into some bullet points for you to take away. We have seen that massive burn. It come through at around 72 million LUNC. We wanted to know where the burn came from, so we went ahead and we checked the burn wallet. We saw that there wasn't a burn that matched that amount, which led us to then go ahead and make checks on the blockchain itself, going through the blocks that correlated to the time of the supply changes. And we got our supply change data from our new Telegram group. So we saw that 81 million LUNC was paid in tax, and this was in regards to moving 16.27 billion LUNC to a brand new on-chain wallet. This wallet only has 3 transactions previously, and it is linked with the Binance hot wallet. We can see that the transaction came directly from them. We then went ahead and we explored this situation on money flow, and we can see that the Binance CEX themselves handle a significant amount of LUNC and USTC. And you can switch between denoms here, just up here at the top, and you can check between the two. And it's really starting to paint this bigger picture that Binance is in custodial control of a substantial amount of LUNC. Almost 50% of the circulating USTC supply belongs to Binance. If Terra Classic truly is a dead chain, why is one individual betting so big on LUNC? I personally think this is Binance prepping for something bigger, something that we've all been talking about for a long time, and there's no other explanation as to why they've continued burning and why they're accumulating so much. What a lot of people don't take into account when it comes to what Binance actually contributes towards the burn effort, they don't think about the remaining amount that doesn't get burned every month. And if we look at our most recent burn being almost 1.2 billion LUNC, if this was in fact, 1.2%, where does the remaining amount go? What happens to the remaining fees that are not contributed to our burn effort? Well, they simply remain in the Binance hot wallet. And considering a lot of people are clearly going there and trading and leading them to a situation where they are the centralized body that holds the most USTC and LUNC. This makes them the largest custodial holder of our native assets. Depending on what side of the bridge you actually sit on with this situation, you can look at this in a positive or a negative light. I personally see this as a major positive. Binance has proven many times they do not wish to harm this blockchain, and they've had many opportunities to dump us based on the behavior of the overall blockchain with governance decisions. Instead, they've always consistently worked with us. They've always made sure that we do everything to keep those burns going, and nothing has ever affected them. And still now, many months later, they still commit to that monthly LUNC burn. But once again, ask yourself the question, where do the rest of those fees go? Even with that lower burn amount, even not looking at it as 1.2%, right? Where does the rest of those fees go? From my perspective, they just go to Binance. That's the whole point of running a CEX, isn't it? Right? Right, exactly. Don't forget to smash the like button on the way out. It's really going to help. If you've got LUNC and you're not delegating with our validator, consider dropping some LUNC and delegating with us. We're always going to be here. We've got so many things that we've developed on chain, and you get 10/10 content where we're really going into things. We're taking deeper dives and we're explaining the process of how we actually got to that conclusion, and then we're summarizing it all down for you. I hope you enjoy the new way we're doing content with all of the new editing, the new style. I hope it's to your liking. And aside that, look, just stay safe. You know how it goes. Just stay humble. That's very important. But also stay aware. I don't say that lightheartedly. So many people find themselves in a negative downward spiral when we see a considerable amount of red candles come in. You should be very happy when these red candles come in because they are opportunities. Everything goes back up. You've been through this many times before. Find yourself in a position where you're actually investing into things. You're dollar cost averaging in, and you're going out and you're educating yourself. As always, none of this is financial advice. It's for educational purposes only. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.